Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you are well. My name here is Grace Bisere and I am a nutritionist, and in this video we are going to be I'm going to be giving some inputs or some insights on what is the ideal diet for our patients living with HIV. HIV has been with us for decades now, but we cannot ignore the fact that nutrition plays a very important or a very crucial role in the management of HIV. So as we all know, HIV has no cure, but rather there are medications that are lifelong that can help you manage the condition and live a normal, healthy life. Apart from medication, there is also now the aspect of nutrition, which is also very, very key for a person living with HIV and even any other person. As long as you are living, you need to take care of your nutrition. So I'm going to be giving the ideal kind of diet that a HIV patient is supposed to be taking so that they can have a quality and a healthy life. So let's get into it. As a HIV patient, there are things that compromise the nutrition of their nutrition, or how they gain weight and how they lose weight. So that's where the importance of putting in healthy and balanced diets comes in, because HIV is a disease that attacks our immune system, and as you all know that our immune system is what guards us from infections and from disease. So a person with HIV is already immunocompromised. So they need things in the diet or foods that can help them boost the immunity so that they can fight off infections. And it's well known that infections are what makes HIV to progress to AIDS, which is now like the end stage of this disease, whereby the person starts living with infections, with symptoms, but you don't have to get to the AIDS aspect. You can still live with HIV and manage it lifelong and live a full life, you know. So a person with HIV, there's no really like a HIV or a special HIV diet. It's only that it's very crucial for this person to deal with so many things, because as a HIV person, you might be battling with lack of appetite. There's also malabsorption. So you find like patients with HIV usually encounter diarrhea. So you find that foods is transiting so quickly in their gut, and they are not able to optimize or take in the nutrients from those foods. So those are some of the things that might affect a person with HIV that kind of is different from a normal person that doesn't have HIV. So there is poor appetite, you know, and also the fact that also infections can also drain you of some nutrients can make a person with HIV like their nutrition needs to go up, or their nutrient needs to go up. So we are going to be talking about what are these nutrients that are so crucial for a HIV patient, and I hope that you are going to help yourself out, or if you know someone, or you are taking care of someone with HIV, you are going to help them to maneuver this virus, because right now we are not talking about, there's not so much stigma about HIV. People are coming out with HIV, and it's good to be educated on how you can lead a healthy lifestyle. So number one thing that you need to put in consideration is intake of variety of fruits and vegetables. That is like the number one recommendation. So you require to take, in all your meals, you need to make sure that you have a fruit and a vegetable. Whether you are having the normal family foods that you take together with your family, you need to make sure that they incorporate vegetables and fruits, because they give us a lot of minerals and vitamins that are essential for the boosting of the immunity of the immune system, and also for giving you energy, because they also contain some helpful carbohydrates. So that is number one. So fruits, really you can think of all manner of fruits, from pineapples, mangoes, like right now they're in season, kiwi, watermelon, green leafy vegetables, eggplants, tomatoes, courgettes, broccoli, spinach, kienyeji. You know, in this country we are full of so many varieties of fruits and vegetables, and it's very important for you to take those fruits and vegetables that are in season, so that it's economical. You know, you don't want to buy broccoli at a very expensive price, whereas you can get kienyeji that you can get it from your farm, or that is very cheap from a mamboga. So you need to look at those aspects. So go in with seasonal produce, and it's going to help you get the minerals and the vitamins that you require. Then number 2 important food group that is very key is lean protein. You need to incorporate lean protein in all your meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even in your snacks. That is meals in between, small meals in between your big meals. So lean proteins, I'm talking about chicken, mostly the organic, or what is known as kienyeji chicken. It's very key. There's also fish. Fish is rich in protein. There's also lean beef, that is grass-fed beef, and in Kenya, most of the beef that we have, at least you can trust it because it is grass-fed and it has good, so it's a very good source of protein. And also the organ meats, you know, like liver and kidney, matumbo, or what is known as offals, are very, very rich in not only protein, but they are like, they have so many minerals, or what is known as micronutrients in them. So you are like taking 2 in 1. You are taking the protein and also taking the micronutrients. So it's very important to, you know, take advantage of the liver, the kidney, the offals, the meat. You know, you need to be switching them over. Then number 3 food group that is very important is legumes. Legumes can be a source of carbohydrates. They can also be a source of protein. The legumes that are readily available in our country, you can find lentils, or what is known as kamande. It's very good. There is beans. And what you need to understand about these pulses, things like lentils, things like dengu, things like beans, you need to soak them overnight before you can boil them and prepare them for your meal, so that you remove the discomfort that comes from taking raw, you know, what can I say, unsoaked beans and pulses. You know, you want to avoid the things of gas and bloating that comes with taking of these legumes. So you need to prepare them right, so that you can avoid any abdominal discomfort. Then number 4 food group that is also very important is healthy fats. Fats are very satiating, and they have so much functions in the body, and they also help in, you know, utilize other vitamins and minerals in the body, and they also help with other key functions in the body, like hormones, like iron, transporting of iron. They help. They are so crucial in our body functions. They also help with increasing body weight, which is most patients with HIV, they lose weight involuntarily. So they need to have a sufficient amount of fats and sufficient amount of carbohydrates. So you need to put in healthy fats, definitely, because they are also bad or unhealthy fats that you don't want causing you other bad impacts in your health. So you want to look for things like avocados. You want to look for healthy fats and oils that are not inflammatory. So you can go for things like olive oil if you can. If you cannot, you can also use ghee, tallow. You know, that is like ni ile mafuta yenye it's gotten from an animal, a grass-fed animal, and then like derived from the animal, and that is what is known as tallow, and it's a very anti-inflammatory kind of oil. But then there's also other alternatives. There is ghee, there is butter, and there are so many other sources of good fats. And also there is olive oil. Apart from healthy fats, you also need to incorporate whole grain sources of carbohydrates. They are not only energy giving, but they all your cell or your metabolism is driven by a healthy carbohydrates, or that is what fuels our metabolism. So you want to incorporate this as much as possible. They also help us with gaining of weight, healthy weight. So you want to go for starchy sources of carbohydrates, like from arrowroots and what we call sweet potatoes, or even the Irish potatoes themselves, radishes, pumpkin, butternut. Those are some of the examples that are good sources of carbohydrates. There is also maize meal. There is also organic or whole grain wheat. And also whole grain breads and so forth. So you need to make sure that you are getting a third of your plating should come from these starchy foods. They are rich sources of carbohydrates. So I've talked of carbohydrates, I've talked of lean proteins, I've talked of fruits and vegetables, and also I also want to talk about probiotics and fermented foods. They are very essential for the gut, not only for a person with HIV, but also for any other person, because our gut is has these microbes known as probiotics, or the healthy bacteria in our gut that acts like a barrier in our intestinal walls and helps with the absorption of nutrients and minerals. So you need to make sure that you are incorporating all these probiotics and fermented foods. Probiotics include things like yogurt, fermented foods, kimchi, or sauerkraut, which is cabbage, and they help your gut to function optimally, prevent bloating, and even help prevent diarrhea that is common with HIV patients. So another key important nutrient for a person with HIV, apart from what I've mentioned above, you also need to stay hydrated. You need to make sure that you drink your water, 2 liters of water each and every day. You can take fasting in the morning, and also be sure to distribute your water intake evenly throughout the day. You don't want to take a whole liter of water at a go, which can be problematic, but rather distribute your water intake throughout the day. And then last and not least, you need to stay active. You need to work on your muscle improvement. Healthy movement is very key for a person with HIV to maintain healthy weight, and also to make sure that the immunity is strong. So those are some of the things that you need to be putting in consideration for your nutrition as a person living with HIV. Also, don't forget to take your medication as advised by your doctor, and at the right doses as advised, and also now input the nutrition as I have shared. If you have further questions about supplements or superfoods that you can take to just boost your immunity, I think I'll do a video on that separately, and I hope that you have learned 1 or 2 things, and it's a wrap. Bye.